Hello, I hope that you are all well. Thank you for tuning into this video. My name is Olwyn Jennings of olwynjennings.com. I am a channel, coach and healer. I help my clients with the guidance that they are seeking and to gain clarity into all areas of their life. I do this by using my own intuition, but also by bringing in my spirit guides in coaching sessions, and this is where my clients have a chance to speak to my guides about whatever it is that's bothering them, and they essentially have a coaching session from my guides, which is very much like divine guidance. I wanted to create this video about love today because it's something that keeps coming up in my client sessions. I quite often have clients who come to me that have had many failed relationships, and they can't understand why they're not meeting the right person for them, why they're perhaps facing repeating patterns in relationships, or actually they're attracting the same sort of person all the time, even though they feel that they have maybe done all they can on the outside for sure to attract the right person into their lives. What is essentially missing quite often from that client's life is self-love. Because if you don't love yourself first, then you're not going to attract somebody who really loves and cares for you either. Because you create your own reality. It may also be that over the years things have happened. You've had a bad relationship and then you're expecting the same in the next relationship, because that's what happened last time. And even though you think you maybe have dealt with that last relationship and dealt with the fallout from that, quite often there are subconscious beliefs that remain, or energy blocks in your system, which almost bring with it this expectation that the same thing is going to happen, even if it's on a subconscious level. It may well be that society has conditioned you into believing that you don't deserve love. It may well be that other people have said those sorts of things to you. Often we're even dealing with past lives. But, let's not go on too much about why it could be. Because what I want to do is bring in my spirit guides with their view on this. And I hope that this video will help at least some of you that might find yourself in this situation. So for those of you who don't know how I channel, I basically blend with the energies of my guides. I close my eyes so that I can concentrate on the information coming through me. So the next thing you'll see is me closing my eyes, and then you'll hear from them. So I hope you enjoy. I hope you get something from it. See you soon. Welcome everybody who is taking the time out to listen to this video. We are extremely pleased to be here and to try to shed some light on this issue, which certainly some of Olwyn's clients have been facing, but it may well be that you are facing these issues, or you know somebody that is. So right, love. It should be very straightforward, right? We should be able to attract who we want or need into our lives, to form that special relationship. We should be capable, when we say we of course mean you living the human existence. We are not. But you should be capable of finding love and finding somebody who loves you in the way that you deserve. And indeed you are capable. But quite often what happens in life, in your very existence, is that you build up a series of experiences, or you build up a series of stories in your mind about how a situation might be or how a relationship might turn out. So you're almost preempting the failure sometimes. But before we go into more detail about that, we want to talk to you about self-love. So how many of you find yourself in the situation of failed relationships or relationships that aren't working? How many of you actually really love yourself? Do you? Do you love yourself? Do you tell yourselves that you love yourselves? Do you treat yourselves in a way that would suggest that you love yourself? Do you take care of yourself as you would take care of somebody else? Do you really believe that you deserve to be loved by someone else? Do you really want to be happy? Do you really know what happiness is? So these are all questions to ponder, because more often than not, you don't really love yourselves. You spend all day, or a vast part of the day, finding faults with yourself. You tell yourself what's wrong with you. You know, what do you believe is wrong with you? Maybe physical appearance, or the way you behave, or maybe you're criticizing yourself for something that's gone wrong. Why do you do that? Why do you beat yourself up? You shouldn't. You're perfectly perfect as you are, and you are loved. You are loved beyond anything. You are loved by us. You are loved by your own spirit guides. You are loved by the universe. You are unique. Please stop comparing yourself to others. You are living your own life, not somebody else's. Don't listen to negativity. Don't take on board in such great depth what somebody may or may not have said to you at some point in time, which then carves out a different way of living to what you should be living. Easier said than done, we know, when you're living the human existence, because everybody wants to be liked and to be loved. So what happens is we try to create, or we say we, but we know, you know, we are talking about you, right? We create a persona that we hope somebody will love. Right, so we sit there, or you sit there and go through all your negative points, and you try to change that. You maybe try to change your physical appearance, for example. You maybe try to change the way you think about things. You may try your best to act in a certain way. Maybe you're naturally reserved, but you decide to try to be a bit more out there, a bit more extrovert. And you then hope that that will attract a mate, a partner, whatever. But actually, all you're doing is creating another story that isn't true. It's not your true self. You are masking how you really feel, how you really are. And that means that you will then attract, because you're putting all this energy into your energy field of creating something that you're not. You will attract somebody into your life who is not real either. So that is one thing. What we want you to do is to really find peace with you, within you. We want you to accept and love yourself first. This is really important. To really take care of yourself, to really love yourself, to really find out who you are, to stop behaving in a way that is not you, to start living your life honestly and truthfully. And then you know what? You will attract the right person into your life. You will find somebody that's on your wavelength, if you like, that has the same that's at the same level as you, for example, that will understand you and know where you're coming from. But they will complement you, right? And what we mean by that is not telling you nice things, but hopefully they will. But they will complement you as a person, as living this life. You mustn't rely on anybody else for your own happiness. You must find your own inner happiness and then find somebody else to complement that, to make it better, but not to rely on that person. That is not ever going to work. And it may well be that you're not finding the right relationships because you haven't dealt with past hurts. Quite often clients come to see Olwyn who have had relationships go wrong in the past, and then they believe that that is always going to happen, and they build up a barrier to actually finding the right person. And that means that they never do, because they're always on the defensive in some way, even though they think they are not. Because you know, your energy speaks louder than your words. So it's really important that you get yourself right and into the place where you love yourself, where you respect yourself, where you feel you are worthy and deserving of love, because you are. You so are, and you deserve that in every way. There are many other reasons, of course, as to why you might be finding yourself in these situations. And we could go on for a very long time, but the purpose of this video was just to give you an idea and to ask you to start with the self-love, to start really creating an inner happiness and an inner peace, a life that brings you happiness. And then, in accordance with the law of attraction, you will attract in the right people for you that need to be in your life, and you will definitely find the right person for you, if indeed that is what you are looking for. We hope this has helped you. For now, we leave you in love and light. So I hope that helped. It can be quite a complicated subject, and there can be many layers to it, but that gives you an idea. Start with the self-love first and see where it takes you, and start living the life that you want rather than to please everybody else and, you know, to fit in with expectations of society. It is something me and my guys can help you with. I'll post my contact details above or below the video, depending on where I post the video. And let's see if we can work through your issues. And, you know, my guides will often come in and clear these blocks to happiness very quickly. It's probably things you do need to work on, but quite often if it's an energy block, especially if it's from a past life or from something from your childhood, we can actually clear that very quickly with some healing. So have a good day, and do get in touch if you think I can help. Bye.